Hello.
Hey babe, how you doing? This is Rel. Welcome to the back of the classroom. Today we talking about Law 18 from 48 Laws of Power. Before we get started, hit the like button, get your 10 second for the day, and let's get started. Alright, so Law 18 talks about do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. If you play chess, you understand when you castle your king don't have any moves. He can only go like one or two directions, which isn't good for the king because the king needs more space to move. So, if you play chess, you understand, right? Isolation cuts you off from valuable info and makes you conspicuous and easy to target. If you ran home in the middle of a heated situation, guess what? One, everyone knows where you at. Two, they can cut you off. And three, if they wait you out, at some point you have to come outside unless you call or but if you call for help and hopefully hope comes before they squeeze life out of the situation and you can't get free and things just go left. But don't isolate yourself. Never want to isolate yourself. The more the more you are outside and around people making allies, the better it is in your benefit. Never cut yourself off. The more imagine you isolating yourself and you staying home all the time. You don't know what's going on outside. At that point, you're trusting whatever you hear on social media or on TV. You're not outside seeing it for yourself. So you have to take the word of people you hope are put in a position to give you information that you find valuable or that's even factual, right? So let's make a reasonable thought process behind that. If you in school, you can look at your teacher and tell some teachers are better than others. So if every teacher who works there aren't on the same level, then that means what's really the parameters for having a teacher, right? Some teachers are better than others. Some teachers are bad. Some teachers are good. But at the same time, you've been there long enough to understand these teachers have been there for a while. So who's best to give you information? You got different teachers from different walks of life who have different criterias and different understandings of the world, all in the same building. They're all teachers and they're all there to give you information. Who do you trust? It's hard to figure it out, right? Except the person you can relate to. But how do you relate to them? You talk to them. You have conversations. You're outside talking to them. You're in class. You're socializing. You're interacting with them. Make sense? No? Bet. Say you work. All y'all got the same job, but everybody don't work the same. Who's the best employee? Who has the most information? But yet you'll hear an employee, a fellow coworker of yours, give someone wrong information, and then you'll go behind them, and go, no, 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 that wasn't right. This is the facts. But those people don't know you. Now they just heard two people from the same place give two different forms of information. Who is that person supposed to trust? But yet you work there. You're in the same job. But yet y'all both have different understandings. And y'all can even argue about who's right versus who's wrong. And to the person on the outside looking in, both of y'all could be wrong because both of y'all can't agree on something that you should, but y'all work in the same place. So, do you really trust what you watch on TV? Is it really something that you can go, I believe that person because they said it? Really? How you know that person's job qualifications? How do you know the research they put in? Why don't you do the research yourself? How hard is it to go outside and look? See what's going on. Talk to your doctors. Talk to your own doctor. Go get a physical. Go to your dentist. Go to your therapist. Go to the people that you're supposed to visit frequently and pick their brain and get information. So when you hear something on TV or social media, you can go, yeah, my doctor told me something different. And I know their background. I speak to them. I know them on a personal level. They're just not going to tell me any jibber jabber. And you still have the ability to do the research yourself based on what they told you to check online and see if that information is even credible and reliable. So you can compare notes of the people you actually know to the people that you see and hear from on social media or the news, gather enough information and do the research. But you gotta go outside. You gotta talk to people. You can't isolate yourself and think you're safe. You just can't. You got to be outside in the people. And then, even in the situation where, let's say, you have problems with people, you leave school, you leave work, you go home, and you be by yourself. It's just you. But if you mingle and you have friends and you make allies, now you can go outside and you'll have so many people around you. The people you have problems with can't even get to you. Imagine you got a problem with one person and you have four close friends, immediate circle, right? Well, let's say family, close friends, immediate circle. So you got your mother, your father, brother, cousin, sister, uncle, all around you, right? That's like 10, 15 people. Then you have co-workers, friends, associates, schoolmates, classmates, people from all walks of life that you go outside and interact with. And you all have them come to a barbecue. And you have all these people around you. Your enemy can't get to you, but you got all those people there. It's gonna be hard. He's gonna be like, oh wow, he knows a lot of people. And all these people look at you as a good person. Now that's just you having a problem. It ain't gotta be nothing serious. It's just to say, if you are a good person, even if you're a bad person, believe it or not, bad people got friends too, right? So let's just say you're a good person. You feel like just being in the house. Listen, don't isolate yourself. Don't cut yourself off. Interact with people. Go outside. Make friends. Smile. Shake hands with the neighbors. Introduce yourself. Don't be the person that gets forgotten because you're always in the house and nobody sees you and you're just, I don't want nobody in my business. They ain't got to be in your business. But at the end of the day, oh, that's my neighbor right there. Hey, how you doing? Hey, oh, that's that guy from so-and-so. That's a family man. Oh, that's, so-and-so. Great. People actually recognize you. They know who you are. They see you. Let's not think everybody on this planet's out to get you. I honestly believe there's more good people than bad people. It's just that good people stay in the house. They're anxious or worried and they feel like, the worst is out there. And it's true. But at the same time, let's be honest. Your doors aren't that safe. Your glass isn't unbreakable. There is nothing about a house that's impenetrable. And even if you get a safe house, they still got in the house, or you would run to your safe house because your house wasn't that secure. And let's be honest, so many bad things are happening on camera, and people don't care. Everybody's got to wear a mask now, so it's hard to identify people, and it's crazy. But you can resolve some of those issues. You can hang out with people. You can socialize. You can be around people that you genuinely care about and love or like and just enjoy being around. Have a good time and worry less about those minuscule things. Because let's be honest, unless you work from home, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and you stream everything and everything is brought to your house, fine. Stay in the house. Don't worry about nothing. Can't nothing come to you. But God forbid something happens to you and you get sick. Who you gonna call? Who's gonna come look for you? Who knows to look for you if something happens to you and you just pass out? Who's coming to your aid? Nobody, because you're not around anybody. You don't socialize. No one's looking for you. You're just a small sprocket in a larger wheel of life, just getting things moving. But once you go missing, I'd hate to think you're just laying there for hours and nobody thinks to look for you and wonder, hey, what's going on with so and so? I ain't heard from him all day. Let me call and check on him, and something happened to you. Where if at least you was interacting with people and something happened to you, God forbid, people can come in and be like, yo, so and so just passed out. I don't know, maybe it's heat exhaustion. And then somebody call an ambulance for you and they come save you. Don't isolate yourself. Don't be the type of person who just stays in the house and just don't be a part of the whole collective. Be a part of something. Don't be afraid to extend yourself. I'm not saying tell the world everything, but at least say your name. Who you from, where you from, who you are, and see if that just don't get the ball rolling. Ask them questions about them. See who they are, what their interests are. See if those things feel right with you. And then, hey, that sounds interesting. And you're showing an interest in them. And most people love to talk. So they'll go ahead and tell you things about themselves. And before you know it, you know something about somebody. You could feel less apprehensive and you feel a little better about being around that person and talking to them. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. But if it is, baby steps. Start with family, friends. And just have more and more of them come around and see if you don't feel better about things. If you made it this far on the podcast, I appreciate you. Rails Locker is still open and running. Check it out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Yes.